The NBA offseason has begun. It seems to go on forever, however, training camps have begun and the regular season is just around the corner. Today, we'll look at the Golden State Warriors 53-29 last season, who reminded everyone of who they are and want to do it again. Good day and welcome back to our channel. We'll discuss the entire Golden State Warriors offseason news for 2023 in this video. All of this and more will be revealed later, but first, please like this video, subscribe to the channel and enable new video notifications. Golden State won the NBA championship again. The Warriors were expected to be better than they were in 2020-21 when they choked their way through the play-in tournament. They squandered Stephen Curry's incredible run in the second half of that season, but it wasn't enough to get the Warriors back on track. But the 2021-22 season would be different because they would finally have Klay Thompson back. Until he returned, Curry had a new option in Jordan Poole and his offensive firepower, along with Andrew Wiggins' two-way play in his first All-Star season. Helped make up for the Warriors being without Draymond Green for long stretches of the season. Thompson eventually returned to the court, but we saw a mixed bag of success and failure from him. However, a path had been laid out for the Warriors to return to the mountaintop. Curry was surprisingly accurate for him after the first month or so of the season, when his attempts to break Ray Allen's all-time three-point record threw off his early rhythms. The Warriors advanced to the playoffs as a third seed and promptly dispatched a battered Denver Nuggets team in 5 games. They defeated the Memphis Grizzlies in 6 games in the second round and the Dallas Mavericks in 5 games in the Western Conference Finals. It set up a meeting with Boston in the NBA Finals after trailing the series 2-1. The Warriors won 3 straight games by double digits, and Curry earned his first NBA Finals MVP award. Positional shifts. Golden State's starting guards have changed. No transactions have occurred. Did Golden State improve in this game? Despite the loss of Chris Chiozza? There is no real change here because the Warriors lack depth at the lead guard position. They run a lot of stuff through Draymond Green, and while the second unit will handle the offense's inception, I wouldn't classify them as lead guards any more than I would regular wings. You don't really need it when you have Curry. Golden State's wings have undergone changes. Signed Donte DiVincenzo, 2 years $9.2 million, to a 2-way contract. Signed Quinndary Weatherspoon to a 2-way contract. Signed Mac McClung, Exhibit 9, to a 2-way contract. Signed Lester Quinones to a 2-way contract. Signed Jerome Robinson, Exhibit 10, to a 2-way contract, Exhibit 10. Did Golden State improve on this game? Unless you count a much healthier Thompson as an addition, I don't think they got it any better at wings. That may be a reasonable way of viewing this group. It's difficult to lose Gary Payton II because he was so good defensively and as a cutter. The Warriors are counting on DiVincenzo's knee to be 100% so he can play a good playmaker and wing option. Everyone else is just a placeholder for the time being and they'll see if they can develop them. In his second season, Moses Moody should make strides. The forwards for the Golden State Warriors have undergone changes. JaMychal Green was signed for 1 year, Patrick Baldwin Jr. was drafted with the 28th pick. Andre Iguodala was re-signed for 1 year. Did Golden State improve in this game? There are no significant changes here. Draymond Green will obviously see a lot of time as a big, but they won't overuse him unless absolutely necessary. The Warriors are counting on Wiseman to be healthy and part of the rotation. After the way he played in the postseason, the deal they got for the Looney to return feels like a steal. Did the team improve? We don't believe the Warriors' offseason moves improved them, but their improved health and the development of their young players could make this team a lot more formidable. Thompson and Draymond Green's health are crucial to all of this. He may not be the same player he was before the injuries, but he'll be better than what we saw in his strong comeback last season. If he plays enough games, Draymond Green could be winning the Defensive Player of the Year again. Everything else is just trying to get young guys to step up, so Curry doesn't have to do so much every night. It's all about personal development. What does this mean for the upcoming season? The Warriors must once again prove that they are worthy defending the champions because no one seems to want to grant them dynasty status. After losing in 2016, the Warriors were somewhat dismissed for winning in 2015. Their championships in 2017 and 2018 were somewhat overshadowed by the addition of Kevin Durant to a historic team. People pointed and laughed as they lost despite their injuries in 2019. Then celebrated their failures in 2020 and 2021. Some will be praying for the Warriors' demise in 2023 now that they've returned to the top of the league. And if this team is healthy, perhaps all you can do is hope they don't embarrass you or beat you. At times, this machine is unstoppable, adding a better Thompson and Draymond Green from last season would go a long way towards re-establishing regular season dominance. However, I believe the majority of the season will be spent figuring out better rotation rhythms for the young guys. Kuminga and Moody will play important roles in the future. They'll do the clumsy thing of incorporating Wiseman into everything until he gets hurt or proves he can't do it. And for whatever reason, some people will continue to demand that the Warriors demonstrate that their most recent accomplishment was not a fluke or something easily dismissed. Curry and his teammates appear to thrive under such pressure. Here are 3 quick questions for Anthony Slatter, the Athletics Warriors beat writer. Is it reasonable to expect Klay Thompson to return after a relatively successful recovery from his injuries? He'll be 33 in February, so even if he hadn't had the ACL and Achilles injuries recently, you would expect a gradual decline. His best days as a star-tracking perimeter ace are behind him. The lateral speed has decreased, but he's still a competitor, smart and strong winger who can get molten hot from 3. Over a 7-game stretch last season, he had scoring nights of 33, 37, 36, and 41. Even though he's not in his full pre-injury all-star self, he's still a high-level, game-changing 3 and D component. Who among Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and James Wiseman is the most likely to be left out of Steve Kerr's playoff rotation? Moody is the easiest to slot into an 8th-man role. He went to high school with Cade Cunningham and Scotty Barnes. He has spent his entire career learning how to be a complementary low-usage lore player around star teammates, slashing, defending, and shooting only when open, never needing an isolation. Last season, Kerr struggled to keep Moody out of the playoff rotation. Moody pushed his way past Damian Lee and into a rotation spot in the West Finals against the Mavericks without Payton. Payton and Lee are no longer with us. Moody's appears to be a rotation lock. Kuminga and Wiseman will play a lot, but their skill sets and career goals make the fit more difficult. What do you think is the most important aspect of their title defense? Health. A year ago, it was on the verge of derailing them. Draymond Green suffered a nerve injury on his back, which cost him half of the season. Curry suffered a severe foot sprain in early March that would have kept him out of the first couple rounds of the playoffs, effectively eliminating him. Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson don't need to play in more than 55 of the Warriors' 82 regular season games. However, they must remain healthy and together for the duration of the playoff run. As one's career progresses, this becomes increasingly hazy. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and enable all new video notifications. Until next time.